All right, we are now going to talk to the CEO of a company which deals with a product you literally cannot live without. Aqua America CEO Nick DeBenedictis joins us right now to talk about earnings and also M&A strategy. Nick, welcome to Street Smart. Thanks for joining us.
Thanks for having me, Matt.
Let's talk first about M&A here, because we see you in a sort of buying strategy, picking up properties to build your size and scale. But today, I noticed in the earnings announcement a little sale of a unit in Maine to a Connecticut-based company. Which way are you going here as far as M&A?
Well, that's just portfolio rationalization, I guess you could say. We're trying to trim down to about 9 states from our 12 now, so we have more critical mass. But we've done 200 M&A deals over the last 10 years, and they're basically small water companies, small municipal governments who can no longer afford the high price of keeping up with the EPA regulations.
So do you continue on the strategy then of buying and growing, or are you looking more towards privatization as that's become an option for you?
No, definitely growing and holding the assets. Privatization in our world is deemed as running a large municipal systems operations, but not owning the assets. We like to own the assets and earn on them.
Hey, Nick, so give me an idea what the end game is. I mean, we kind of found it interesting here. We're kicking this around the newsroom that you're the second largest water utility company here in the United States, but you only have 1% market share. You have a really small amount market share. So you just said about kind of paring down your portfolio a little bit. I mean, how much share do you want? How much share makes sense for a water company?
Well, it's a long-term gain. When I started with the company 20 years ago, our market cap was $100 million. It's now over $3.5 billion, and we had about 200,000 customers, 600,000 people. We now have about 1 million customers, 3 million people. So you can see it's just a slow, steady accumulation. And we'd love to be, we're now 1%. The whole private market is only 15%. With the municipals being 85%, we'd love to have maybe 10% of that municipal share.
I'm sorry, Matt, go ahead.
At the same time, Nick, as you look to expand, you've got to pay a dividend. It's counted on by owners of utility stocks, and you boosted that today with earnings. 6.5% is your yield. Do you see that moving up, or do you want to use more cash to acquire and hold that steady?
No, we have no. Our cost of capital is so low, Matt. I mean, we're borrowing at less than 5%. That we want to reward our shareholders. We've paid a dividend. We've increased the dividend 21 times in the last 20 years, and it wasn't just minimal. The CAGR for that 20-year period is 6.4%. So people expect a healthy dividend increase every year with Aqua America.
Nick,
sorry.
I'm sorry. We're just not in sync here.
We're off today, Carol.
No. What about, what's interesting, we were also kind of looking into your company. I mean, what about the development of Marcellus Shale? I'm just curious, Nick, what role you guys can play significantly in the development of that?
Well, we're fortunate enough to be located in Pennsylvania. 3 of our biggest states are Pennsylvania, Ohio, and Texas. All 3 have had a boom recently in either Barnett, Utica, or Marcellus Shale. Marcellus Shale uses a lot of water. It's pumped down into the ground about a mile below the surface. It's called hydrofracking. It forces out the gas, and then the water some of the water is returned and has to be treated. And we'd like to be on both the delivery end and the treatment end.
Does that give you the bulk of your revenue, or do private water users still have an effect? The other day I was thinking about actually turning the water off while I brush my teeth to save a little money. Do you find people doing that to save money? Obviously, people are tightening belts now.
Every year, less and less water is used because people are conserving and because it's the right thing to do. And that doesn't hurt us because we're rebracketed every time we go in for rate filings to the amount of water people should be consuming. So we encourage conservation.
I do too. I think it's a good thing. Hey, Nick, thank you so much. We appreciate you joining Matt and me on Street Smart. Nick DeBenedictis,
Thanks, Carol.
You bet. Over at Aqua America.